Okay, I'm ready. Okay, hey, everybody. We are live back here with some Web3 demos. Welcome. These are brought to you by BanklessDAO and Fight Club, also brought to you by DAOlationships. We're here every Wednesday bringing you new hot Web3 tools. BanklessDAO is on a mission to help the world build and adopt decentralized financial services. Fight Club is the investment DAO of BanklessDAO. We have a token-gated deal flow and investment education track that people can access through ownership of the Fight Club NFT. Find out more at fightclub.vc. And DAOlationships is a metaBD DAO, subDAO of BanklessDAO, responsible for forming connections between different DAOs and communities, protocols, etc. in the Web3 community, and they are always hosting demos within the DAOlationships server as well. So be sure to check those out if you're interested in more demos and getting involved in BD. Just a quick disclaimer. I wanted to remind everybody that none of this is financial, investment, legal, tax, or any other kind of advice. We're just here looking at new tools, trying to figure out how to use them ourselves and help people grow. Today, we have a really cool project. It's called Umoja Protocol. And Umoja Protocol is, their tagline is real world credit on chain. Their mission is to democratize access to DeFi credit for both emerging market institutions and retail consumers globally. Africa shall pave the way forward, and their representative today is one of our long-time BanklessDAO contributors, a level 2 BanklessDAO contributor, active member of Design Guild and many projects. Super happy to have Fayan here with us today. Hey Fayan, how you doing?
Hey, Henef, thank you guys for having me.
Our pleasure. Yeah, so what do you do for Umoja? And then tell us a little bit more about it.
Yep, so I do community lead and moderation for Umoja Protocol. So Umoja is interested in building a DeFi credit platform that connects global capital to private debt deals, powering African enterprise. Also, Umoja Protocol is also looking at creating a DAO for young people to be able to contribute to the protocol, and also earn rewards from contributing to the protocol as well.
Amazing. And so you're going to walk us through a bit about the project, what it can do, some of the capabilities. And as far as I understand, it's not quite live yet, but we're going to be checking out the basics of it today, correct?
Awesome. Yep, correct. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah,
so
take it away.
Yep. Thank you. This is Umoja Protocol, and I'm just gonna take you through the basics because it's not live yet, but and it's gonna be live soon. So, like I said, Umoja is a DeFi credit protocol that allows small businesses to, apply for small funding from investors globally, and the goal is to power small businesses in Africa that is lacking, funding to push their business forward. So the first is you could join or be part of Umoja as a partner, which means as a partner you can help to raise capital, and also invest in these private companies in Africa that needs funding, to be able to move the business forward. We've heard of so many businesses died in Africa due to lack of funding and also lack of, investors. And so with the help of DeFi and blockchain, Umoja Protocol is helping these small businesses to, move their businesses forward by raising funds from public investors, around the world, by investing in these small businesses and, then they could also get their interest from investing in these businesses. So some of the features include manage risk return, which means that there is a custom structured for deal to suit your risk return preferences. And the second feature is you access global liquidity, which means you raise more faster by leveraging Umoja capital pools and ecosystem of investors. So on the Umoja protocol app that will be live soon, there would be Umoja capital pools, right, for investors. Also, the third feature is streamline compliance, which means Umoja accelerates know your customer checks and reporting. And also another very cool feature is there's also the deal terms, which means you could set a small size of the deal, the APY rate, the repayment frequency, and then the tenure. Um, there's also the risk exposure, which means you can also always adjust your risk with customizable tranche structuring. There's also the feature of inviting LPs, which is to make deals private or tap into Umoja's investor ecosystem. There's also the feature of collateralize, which is you collateralize your credit facility at any stage of loan's maturity. And then you can also deploy capital, which means Umoja sends funds in preferred currency to company. So right now, Umoja is planning to start in Kenya and also Nigeria, which means Umoja will be using the Nigerian currency, which is NGN, and also the Kenya currency, to make this work. Like I said, Umoja is mainly for investors and also for private businesses, which means giving power to the small businesses in Africa by allowing investors to invest in these small businesses, by having a full chance to be part of different kind of pools, investment pools, right? So it also helps to access exclusive high quality investment opportunities in real companies, driving real impact. I've talked about these three features. So the main features in the app would be the borrower pools, which means as a small business, you can always borrow some funds to accelerate your business. This helps to evaluate individual deals and choose exactly the companies you want to invest in. There's also a lending pool which is automated. It has a low risk senior debt liquidity pool that is diversified across available deals. Then there's also a collateral pool which helps to provide default protection and generate returns on reserve capital. So these are the available deals right now. Like I said, the protocol is not live yet, and the protocol is mainly for investors and also borrowers. We can also be referred to as small businesses, right? So as for borrowers, you have uh, the you have the opportunity to tap into the global liquidity, which means you access an ecosystem of global investors. There's affordable capital, and there's also a chance to build credit compliance. You can always apply for a loan on the protocol. Also launch your deal room. Then you can also um, raise capital. Raising capital in Africa is quite very hard and quite tasking, and could also be discouraging. So these are the problems that Umoja protocol is looking at solving, which means this is helping every small business owners to raise capital, basically by tapping into these investment pools, and also being in contact with global investors in the world that would be interested in investing in these small businesses in Africa. And I also said that there are available currencies which we are starting from the Nigerian currency and also the Kenyan currency. So you also get the opportunity to also repay loans uh, that you get from the protocol, right? So basically, our mission is to democratize access to global credit for African enterprises. Yep. So basically, we're just solving a deep problem, which is small businesses find it very, you know, very hard to raise funds for their businesses, and so with the help of DeFi and blockchain, uh, we are building a pool where small businesses can always tap in and involve and involve global investors, to invest in their small businesses, and they can always request for loans and also repay loans at a very very small interest. Yep. So that's it all about Umoja protocol. And then we also have a DAO, which is focused on African contributors. You know, it's one of the things that DAO is helping us achieve, which is like giving people the opportunity to work on bounties and also earn from contributing to that to bounties. So there are already some bounties that have been set out in the DAO, and we have about 2,700 Discord members in our Discord server, and we also normally have our community calls as well. So if you want to join us in our community call, you can always hop in anytime on Saturday. Yeah, so our community call holds on Saturday by 7 p.m. UTC. So you can always, hop in and see what we're doing in the DAO. So we also have a vision to educate more Africans on DeFi and also blockchain, its potentials in the African ecosystem, right? Uh, so yeah, that's it with Umoja protocol. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for presenting. I got a little bit of an echo coming back off of you there.
Oh,
But yeah, it sounds okay now. Actually, it was just at the very beginning. So I'm going to
nice.
follow up with a few questions. So it sounds interesting that you've got a DAO. So supporting community, that's amazing. What does the current team look like? Obviously, you're over there working on community. Who are the main people who are building this? I believe Robbie Greenfield, is that correct? Is he possibly
Yes,
the founder?
yep, that's the founder.
Okay, nice. And who has he got working with him on that?
Yep, that's correct.
Who else is on the team? Have you got quite a large team?
We do not have, well, on the community side, we do not have quite a large team. It's just basically, okay, three of us. That's Robbie Greenfield, then me, and then there is the third guy, which is he's also in is more involved in uh onboarding new joiners. Yep.
Okay,
His name
cool.
is yep, that's his name.
What did you say? He's what?
His name is Davey.
Davey. Okay, nice. And then in terms of the
Yeah.
profitability
Yep.
of this, how are you aiming to profit from this? I would imagine there's going to be some sort of percentage of the swaps and the credit that are going out.
Okay, yeah, well, I think Robbie will be the best to answer this question. But yeah, for the profit, I think the best way we are looking at making profit from this protocol is by setting a certain percentage on uh more like an interest on each on every fund that a a borrower is getting from the protocol, or more like that what small businesses are getting from the protocol. So there's a certain interest that is set on every fund that is going out, to each borrower. through the protocol.
Right. So you're paying back a small percentage in interest, and a
Yep,
portion of that is funneled towards the protocol.
yep, that's correct.
Nice. So there are quite a few DeFi lending companies out there currently. Who would you say your biggest competition is, and who are you modeling yourselves after?
Uh, I would say, um, hmm, well, uh, in Africa, I'm not quite sure of any DeFi lending protocol, but uh, well, I, I don't know how to answer this question. I guess Robbie would be the best to answer this question.
Yeah, that's okay. Um,
Yep.
so I know you have a lot of experience with branding and design. So is that something you're helping out with as well?
Nope, not really. I'm more involved in the community aspect of the protocol.
Cool. Um, so with regards to the DAO, is there a token involved there, or just an NFT, or how do you manage membership and voting within the DAO?
Okay, yep. So there is a native token for Umoja protocol, and the native token is called R Umoja. So that's the name of the token. We've not launched the token yet. So yep. So that's how we actually track contributors and how we get people to vote on the DAO governance system using the R Umoja token.
Nice. And when do you plan on releasing that token?
That would be Q4 of 2023. Oh, sorry, Q3 of 2023.
Okay. So something to look forward to for this year. And
Yep.
in terms of the project itself, the protocol itself,
Mhm.
when can we expect to see that going live?
Yep. So we're looking at launching the token with alongside the protocol app. So we're looking at Q3 of 2023 to launch the token and also the app.
Okay, brilliant. So yeah, a lot of work to be done before then, I'm sure. What chains is this going to be active on?
Ha- the Avalanche chain.
Okay, strictly on Avalanche chain. Will it
Yep.
will it become available on other EVM compatible chains?
Yep. Well, we're planning to launch it on other EVM chains like Ethereum, Optimism, and Arbitrum. We're building it on Avalanche chain.
Nice.
Yep.
So in terms of team, you mentioned it's still quite a small team. Are you currently looking for any sort of help? How can people listening today get involved with what you're building at Umoja?
Yeah, so we're looking at bringing in more experienced contributors in the aspect of governance and also like onboarding more users, and then looking at people who are good enough to uh, convince borrowers and investors to use the protocol. So yeah, we're looking at involving more contributors to join the community. And
Okay. So
how can you join? You can always uh, join the DAO through this link, and then you can always open the Discord to speak to Robbie Greenfield. Tell him about your proposal, and yeah, can pick you from there.
nice. And clicking that DAO link, that takes you to a Discord server.
Yeah, what did you say?
that takes you to a Discord server?
Yep, yes, that's it, yes.
Okay, nice.
Thank
Cool,
you.
cool, cool. Yeah. Um, all right. So did you have any asks from the BanklessDAO community?
Yep. So for the bankless community, we are looking at, so yeah, once we make the app live, we're looking at testing the app with some set of the bankless folks. So yep, if you're interested in being our first testers, would we have it? We like to have you on board, to be our first set of users, testing out the protocol when it's live.
And is that going live on testnet first, I'd imagine?
Yes, 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 definitely.
Okay, nice. So yeah, certainly come back and let us know when it's live on testnet, and we'll
All
share
right.
that with the community.
All right. Awesome.
Nice. Okay, did you have anything else that you wanted to add before we wrap this up today?
Nope. Well, good.
All right, perfect. I haven't seen any questions in the chat at all. I see we've got Chameleon and Samuel BG in there. Any questions from either of you? Or use ZFi as well? All right. Yeah. Well, this has been really interesting. Thanks for bringing this along and sharing it. Also, make sure to give a little shout out to Robbie Greenfield from our community and let him know that he's welcome to come and join us anytime in here to build within the BanklessDAO community and look for more supporters of his community as well. So with that said, I think, yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything today. Don't you think, Fine?
Yep. I think so. I think we've already done a lot. Thank you for the
Okay.
opportunity.
Yeah, thanks for bringing this to our awareness. Quick
You're
reminder,
welcome.
none of this has been investment advice, financial advice, or any other kind of advice. If you're interested in getting your project shared on our BanklessDAO demo workstream, just go ahead and get in touch with us via Fight Club or BanklessDAO Twitter, and we'll send you the form over. Awesome. This has been great. Thanks a lot, Fine. Thanks, ZFi, for showing up, and thanks everybody in the crowd for listening. And we'll catch you at the next demo next week. See you then.
See